Hello everyone. All right, my friends, so this week we learned that we said goodbye to summer and we learned that autumn is now our season, and I'm super excited because that means that it not only is it my favorite time of the year, but also the weather's going to start cooling down and the leaves are going to start changing colors, which is so fantastic. So let's go ahead and read a book about that. So today I have a book called The Falling Leaves. It was autumn and the leaves were ready to fall. "I can't wait," said Red Oak. "When the wind gusts, I'm going to let go and really put on a show." "What are you going to do?" asked Orange Maple. Pretty colors, huh? "First, I'm going to fly up into the sky, twirl around 300 times, freeze for a moment, and..." "Then what?" asked Purple Birch. "Dive right into that patch of green grass," said Red Oak, pointing to a nearby meadow. "That will be great." "What if the wind takes you somewhere else?" asked Orange Maple. "The wind? Ha!" replied Red Oak. "I'm stronger than she is. I'll fall to the ground just the way I want. You'll see." The blue jays stopped chirping, and listened to the leaves. And the wind, she stopped blowing and listened too. She'd heard this talk before. In fact, she had heard it every year. Purple Birch spoke up. "Next, I'm going to wait for a gentle breeze," she said. "Then I'll let go, glide across the meadow, and spin gracefully like a ballerina. When I'm ready, I'll drift down to that cozy juniper bush over there." Huh. Do you think they can beat the wind? Now it was Orange Maple's turn. "I have a better idea," he said. "I'll wait for the moment when the wind is just right, not too rough, not too gentle. I'll do some loop-de-loos and then swoop up to that robin's nest. I'll turn left, turn right, then tumble over and over until I land on that blue lake." "I think the lake might be cold," said a small voice. It was Yellow Hickory. "Who's that?" asked Orange Maple. "It's me," replied Yellow Hickory. I just thought the lake might be cold on a cloudy day like today." "So what?" said Orange Maple. "Maybe I like floating on a cold lake." They're not very kind, are they? "And what are your plans, you skinny little thing?" asked Purple Birch. "I'm going to just let go and relax," replied Yellow Hickory. "The wind has always been nice to me." The wind smiled. "You won't have any ride at all," said Purple Birch. "Yeah," said Red Oak. "You'll fall straight to the ground, and then someone with a big boot will step on you," said Orange Maple. As Red Oak, Orange Maple, and Purple Birch laughed, Yellow Hickory quietly cried to herself. "Aw, poor Yellow." And look at the cloud. Does the cloud look happy? Are they being nice to the yellow one? No, they're not. Now the wind wasn't smiling anymore. She was huffing and puffing mad. "I think it's time," said Red Oak as he felt the wind begin to gust. The wind blew harder and harder. "Here goes," said Red Oak, jumping off. Whee! But instead of doing what he planned, The wind spun Red Oak around once and dropped him straight into a mud puddle. "Hey, no fair," he shouted. "I want another turn." But each leaf only gets one ride. That's the way it is. Look it. See what happens when you're mean? You don't get your way. Now it was Purple Birch's turn. "My trip down will be much better than that," she announced. The wind blew softly. "Here is my gentle breeze," Purple Birch said. But just as she let go, the wind's soft breeze turned rough, and she dropped Purple straight into the mud puddle, right next to Red Oak. "Hey!" shouted Purple. "It wasn't supposed to be like that." Uh-oh. What do you think's gonna happen to Orange? Now it was Orange Maple's turn. "Let me show you how it's done," he said, letting go. Like the other leaves, however, the wind quickly spun Orange Maple around and dropped him straight into the mud puddle like the others. "What's going on?" he cried. "That's not right." You gotta be nice, right? Now it was Yellow Hickory's turn to go. She shook with fear. "I don't want to go," she cried. "I'm afraid." "Don't worry," whispered the wind. "I'll take good care of you." Gathering all her courage, Yellow Hickory jumped. She plunged downward, heading straight for the mud puddle. "Watch out!" shouted Red Oak. "She's coming our way." Do you think she'll go in the mud puddle too, or do you think the wind will save her? But before Yellow Hickory landed in the mud puddle, the wind gently lifted her up, higher and higher. "Wow, I'm flying," said Yellow Hickory as she glided through the clouds. The wind took Yellow Hickory on a wonderful ride over mountains, valleys, and rivers. "I've never seen so much of this world," she said. "It's so beautiful." After a long journey, the wind brought Yellow Hickory back to her forest and helped her do loop-de-loops, twirls, glides, spins, and dives. That was cool, huh? All the other leaves could only watch. "How come she gets to have all the fun?" whined Orange Maple. "She's not special," yelled Purple Birch. "I want another turn," shouted Red Oak. "It's not fair," they cried. Yellow Hickory and the wind were having too much fun to care what the other leaves were saying. Is that what you're supposed to do, is throw a fit and be whining and crying? Maybe if you say, "I'm sorry for being rude." "Are you ready to come down?" asked the wind. "Yes," she said. "I'm getting a little tired." Where would you like to land?" asked the wind. "Over there," said Yellow Hickory, pointing to the blue lake. "But I think it might be cold." The wind smiled. "Let me take care of that," she said. With all her might, the wind took a mighty breath and blew the clouds away. The sun shone on the chilly lake, warming it up. "I think the lake will feel just right now," said the wind. The wind took Yellow Hickory and gently placed her on the blue lake. She liked the way the water tickled her back. "Thank you so much," Yellow Hickory said to the wind. "That was a wonderful ride." "You're very welcome," said the wind, "but I now must go. There are many more leaves getting ready to fall." "Goodbye, wind," she said. "Goodbye, my friends," said the wind as she blew off. A family of ducks swam by and welcomed Yellow Hickory. "We hope you like our lake," said Father Duck. "I do," she said. "We'll take good care of you," said Mother Duck. Yellow Hickory smiled, happy to be in her new home. Wasn't that the coolest book ever? And that really does happen. The wind is what blows the leaves off of the tree. And then what happens is the leaves then go to the ground, and the leaves actually help the ground grow. It's very good for the leaves to go down into the dirt, and then it mixes into the dirt, and it's actually food for the dirt in order to grow the grass and other trees and other plants. So it's really fantastic. And the wind really helps us out. The wind will blow the leaves that help out the ground, but the wind also makes us nice and cool when it's hot outside and there's a breeze. Just like if you do this, you can feel the air. It's the same thing as what the wind does. So pretty cool, huh? And of course, another story that has being kind in the theme of the book. It's always a good idea to do everything with kindness, and you should never be mean or talk mean to anybody or anything. All right, my friends, I hope you enjoyed our book. I will see you later. Bye.